Hello there everybody and welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews. So today we are finally going to review the Transformers Cyberverse Adventures Deluxe Class Thunderhowl. So let's get down to the review table and see what the big deal is for this wolf boy. So let's get it on, man. Let's go. Okay, before we take a look at the figure itself, we must always take a look at the packaging right here. So you have a nice logo right there, the Transformers Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures. You got Thunderhowl, Transformers logo on the side. He is indeed an Autobot, and you can actually, it comes to that part that can assemble Maccadam. So there you go, and there you go. Yeah, Maccadam on the side right here. Maccadam does not convert. Oh, that's unfortunate. And you have the Autobots right here, Hot Rod, Prime, and Bumblebee. And he is indeed a deluxe class. And you have the obligatory product shots. His name is Thunderhowl. He is a heroic Autobot, and his function is Knight of the Primes. Knight of the Primes. Very reminiscent to the last Knight. Very reminiscent. But anyway, so you got the wolf mode, you got the robot mode, you got the animated wolf right here, the lightning blast, and once you get all the figures, you can form Maccadam, which is pretty cool. So that is pretty much it for the packaging itself. Okay, so here is Thunderhowl fully transformed into his wolf mode. He actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I will say I definitely like the wolf mode for this guy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's lying on his knuckles right here. You know, those are just his robot mode hands. But you know, it's not a big deal breaker. I'm not complaining. You know, he still looks good overall. Got some nice sewer paint right here. Some nice. I think they use like gold-ish plastic. I'm not sure. Got some blue paint, got some silver highlights right here, and you can see his head sculpt right there, which is a nice looking wolf head sculpt. I do quite like it. Nice yellow for the eyes, got some nice blue for the paint, and no, not blue for the paint, blue for the head. Blue paint on the head. There we go. We got an Autobot symbol right there on his head, and got a lot of silver paint right here, and some more gold paint right here as well. Some red right in there, and some gold and silver right there, but that's more for robot mode. And he has his tail. He has his wolf tail right there, which doesn't move unfortunately. But yeah, still looks pretty good. He does have some articulation here and there. You know, he can actually open and close his mouth. Roar! You can do that. Roar! You can roar at you. Roar! Roar! Anyway. He can move his head up and down a little bit, and you do have a ball joint right here, so you can actually move this front leg around. You can use this swivel right here as well, but that's a bit too tight, so I'm not going to move it. You do have technically a knee joint for the wolf mode right there, and you know, he has rotation right here as well, which is pretty cool. You can move down claws if you want to, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. The hind legs, you know, you have a ball joint right here. You can move in and out right there, and you do have a swivel right here, again a bit tight, so I'm not going to use it that much. You do have a knee joint right here, which is like on a very tight hinge, which is pretty, yeah, there we go. And you can actually move this back like so. I mean, that's due to transformation. And you do have a ball joint at the feet right there. So yeah, he's pretty posable all around, which is really nice. So let us get down to some size comparisons. Here is Thunderhowl compared with the two Cyberverse Deluxe class Decepticons. We have Shockwave and Megatron. And here is Thunderhowl compared with the Cyberverse Deluxe class Autobots. So we have Hot Rod, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, RC, and last but not least, the Dino King himself, Grimlock. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the Ultimate comparisons. Now, Thunderhowl includes an accessory. He comes with a thing. an effects part. This is called the lightning blast effect part, which is pretty cool. So now, can you do anything with this in wolf mode? Well, you can actually. So what you're supposed to do, you need to open and close, open up his mouth very, very wide. You can see his tongue. It's just a tab right there, and this actually slots in to the tongue, just like so. And there you go. And now he's breathing out the lightning. He's vomiting the lightning from his head, which is pretty cool. I do quite like that effect. That is awesome. Yay! That is so freaking awesome. But yeah, you can use the effects parts in his wolf mode. I nearly said robot mode. It's wolf mode. So he does include some other accessories, but we'll get down to those and when we get into robot mode. And speaking of robot mode, let us transform Thunderhowl into his robot mode. And now the first thing you want to do is you want to untab this shield section right here, this back section, and just untab that. You know, there's a post and 2 tabs. Tab into these 2 slots and a port right in there. So just put this off to the side for now, and we shall begin. So now you want to take this section right here, and you want to unclip this right there, and you want to untab this section right here, untab this section right there, and just bring this back like so. First, you want to straighten up the leg. Straighten up the leg, just like so. And just bring this hip piece out, just like that. And this will come over and tab in place. And there you have a leg all done. So the same thing on, and then you want to compress this up, just like so. There we go. So now, the same thing on the other side. You want to straighten up the leg, and just bring this over. And that would tab into place, just like so, and just bring this over, just like that. There we go, and there you have both robot mode legs all done. And now you can compress this up. It's on the slider like that, like so, and just bring the arms out. Bring the arms out, and you already did it for you. You're supposed to bring out the shoulder pad like so. And bring up the shoulder pad just like so. Make sure the arm is still straight, just like so. And this will tab in together just like that. So then bring out the arms all the way and rotate the fist around so that the arm is oriented properly. And just straighten out the arm. Rotate the wrist 180. I mean not 180, well 90 degrees to the right. So there we go. So there we have. Oh, we're almost done. We're at the home stretch already. So now, what you want to do? Let me raise up the camera so you can see what I am doing right here. Okay, we're almost done here, peoples. So now you want to take the wolf head and just bring this out. It's on a double hinge. Bring this out. Just like so. There are 2 pegs. Tab in to these 2 little ports right here, and just bring this down, just like so, and that will peg into place. Bring the head down, and now you want to take the this tail section right here. You want to split this in half, and this will reveal the sword right there. The sword is stored inside the tail like that. There we go. Put the sword off to the side because we don't need it yet. And just split this open just like so, and take this entire section right here and just bring all this down until these 2 tabs will tab into these slots right in there. So just bring all this down just like so, and that will tab in just like that. There we go, and just bring that up and take these pieces right here and just fan them out. And I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we are done. So there you have Mr. Thunderhowl fully transformed into his robots mode, and he looks magnificent in my opinion. I mean, this robot mode looks so freaking good. I do quite like him. Let me bring down the camera for you guys a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, I really do quite like his robot mode. He looks pretty dang good. I do quite like him. So let's get in closer so we can take a look at that head sculpt right there. Nice head sculpt, I will say. Nice gold plastic that they use, yellow for the eyes and blue from the face, and some silver paint on the head crest right there. You can see the wolf head on the chest right there. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, really nicely done robot mode. He's definitely nicely painted all around as well, so I don't have any problems with paintwork. I got no complaints right there. So yeah, all around is a clean transformation, a smooth transformation, I will say. And the transformation is quite unique. I do quite like some tricks of the transformation, which is pretty cool. So yeah, really nicely done. Really nicely done, in my opinion. So now, articulation wise, in robot mode, the head can rotate side to side a little bit. The shoulders, they can rotate a full 360. It can move in and out. You do have a bicep swivel, and you do have an elbow joint about under 90 degrees of bend, and you do have a wrist swivel, and you can actually move down the hand, you know, for sword pointing poses, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, he does not have a waist swivel, but well, it is what it is. Hey, this one's not straight enough. There we go. So the legs can move up that far, can move back only that far, and the legs can move out only that far. Well, the hip pieces are getting in the way. If the hip pieces weren't there, he can actually you know, do the full splits if he wants to, but he can't do the full splits, unfortunately. He does have a very tight thigh swivel, which is pretty cool. You do have a knee joint, like ratcheted knee joint, I don't know, because there are clicks when you bend the knee. You can break his shin if you want to, and you do have a little bit of ankle tiltage right there. Would have been nice if he had a little bit more ankle tilt, but hey, at least there's a little bit of ankle tilt right there at the feet, and can rotate a full 360 since they're on the ball joint, and the feet can move down a little bit, can move up a little bit. So yeah. So yeah, he's pretty poseable all around. I do quite like the posability from this figure. So now, he can definitely hold his weapons right here. So let's give him his sword, and this will just go into his hand just like so. And we can give him his shield. Now, there are a couple of ways for you to plug in the shield. You can use this port on the side of his forearm, which is the way I normally use, or you can use this use the port in his hand if you want to, plug this like on the front like that. But me personally, I'm just gonna plug this on the side of his forearm right here, if this can actually work with me. Hey, plug in shield. Thank you. So yeah, that looks so much better in my opinion anyway. So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, he's a knight. Yeah, and he needs his shield and his sword. Well, you can technically store the weapons in robot mode, but I'm not gonna show that. I mean, you can technically use this gap right here to store the sword if you want to, but I don't think that is actually intentional. But yeah, pretty cool. And you can definitely use the effects parts in robot mode. You can just plug this onto the sword, slide this on, and there you have the sword with the effects part on it, which is pretty dang cool, I will say. I will say so myself, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. I really like that very much. So now let me zoom out so that we can actually move on to some size comparisons. Here is Thunderhowl compared with the Cyberverse Deluxe class Decepticons, Megatron, and Shockwave. And here is Thunderhowl compared with the rest of the Cyberverse Deluxe class Autobots that I have so far. Optimus Prime, RC, Bumblebee, Hot Rod, and that Dino King himself, Grimlock. And yeah, really good looking team of Autobots right here, I will say so myself. They look pretty good together. And out of these Autobots, I think these 4 Deluxes, no, these the 5 Deluxes. You know, these 5 Deluxe Autobots, I think they're my favorite Deluxe Autobots in the Cyberverse line. Hot Rod is definitely the weakest of the bunch, so yeah, poor Hot Rod, he got the short end of the stick. But anyway, so yeah, that is pretty much it for the Robot Mode comparisons. Now, of course, the last thing to talk about is the Build-A-Figure Maccadam. That's right, and he comes with his head. Wait a minute. How did Thunderhowl get there? How did he get there? It's like he went there like magic. Wow. But anyway, so yeah, here is Maccadam's head right here, and we can finally assemble Maccadam. Yay! So we can just plug this onto the ball joint right there, and this is kind of tight. Wow. Hey, Maccadam. I said. Yeah, there we go. Sheesh. So there you have Maccadam fully assembled right there, and yeah, I definitely like Maccadam a lot. He looks so good. He looks so freaking good. Would have been nice if there, you know, some black on these kind of wheels or something, but well, it is what it is. You can do that with your black Sharpie if you want to. Hey, it's a thing you can do. But yeah, he definitely looks pretty good. Let's get in closer. We can take a look at that head sculpt right there. Now, nice head sculpt right here. Nice little paint for the face, you know, with some gunmetal gray up here and some blue for the eyes. But yeah, pretty cool. Now, for those of you who haven't watched Cyberverse yet, haven't watched until the end of Cyberverse, spoiler alert, Maccadam is actually Alchemist Prime. That's right, he's Alchemist Prime. Yeah, he's definitely a Prime himself. He didn't want to reveal to the Autobots that he was a Prime, but he did reveal to Optimus Prime that he was indeed Alchemist Prime, because he was inside the Matrix of Leadership. Well, his consciousness anyway in the Matrix of Leadership, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, his spark was in the realm of the Prime. So yeah, you can see there's a port on his butt for a stand, so you can actually plug in the stand onto his butt if you want to. But yeah, now of course this figure does not, you know, it does not transform, unfortunately, but well, it is what it is. But yeah, he does have a lot of articulation. You know, you can use these ball joints. He has a wrist swivel. You can use this waist swivel. You can use these leg, knee joints. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So so yeah, that is pretty much it for the Maccadam figure right there. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the Transformers Cyberverse Deluxe class Thunderhowl, and yeah, really well done figure in my opinion. The robot mode looks great, the wolf mode looks great, and yeah, nice articulation here and there. Would have been nice if he had a waist swivel, but it's okay, it is what it is. Good paint work all around, so I got no complaints there. Fun transformation, yeah, definitely the transformation that's actually quite unique and pretty easy to do, so definitely an enjoyable figure to mess with. And I'm so glad I finally have Thunderhowl to complete Maccadam, and Maccadam looks pretty dang good, and I do quite like him. So yeah, so as far as ranking Thunderhowl from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give him a straight 10 out of 10. That's right, it's an awesome figure in my opinion. Man, I can't believe I have this character. I've been wanting a Thunderhowl from Cyberverse for so long right now, and I'm so glad that I finally have him. Yee! Anyway, now it's up to me to get the Cyberverse Deluxe class Prowl, Starscream, and Soundwave. I still need to get those figures because those figures look freaking good. So yeah, I really need those guys. So yeah, alright, that's pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are completely new to the channel, or maybe if this is your first time on the channel, and if you would like to have more content, you would like to see more content on this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, and while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you will know when my new videos are up and ready. And you can always check out my Cyberverse reviews playlist for any videos I may have missed, so I'll post a link to that playlist in the description down below right there. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh wait, yeah, on the side note, I did get this figure from One Toy M Corp Mall. That is where I got it. But if you are looking to finish your Maccadam with Thunderhowl, look anywhere you can. Walmart, Targets, wherever you want to look. But anyway, so yeah, that is pretty much it for me to say. So there you have the Transformers Cyberverse Adventures Deluxe Class Thunderhowl and the Build-A-Figure Maccadam. And this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out! Yay!